Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss the topic called errors. Today we are going to discuss the subject measurement and instrumentation. Under this measurement and instrumentation, we are going to discuss the topic errors. Errors are nothing but deviation from the true value, or we can say it as the uncertainties are inevitable in a measurements. Note that here error means random errors. One should always avoid the systematic errors. Different types of errors are mentioned here. Here we have a gross error, systematic error and random error. Let us discuss what is gross error. The gross error mainly occurs due to the carelessness or lack of experience of human being. Because of this case, the gross errors can occur. This error also occur due to the incorrect adjustment of instruments. This error cannot be treated mathematically, so these errors are called personal errors. So ways to minimize the gross errors. To complete the elimination of gross errors, it is not possible, but one can minimize them by following way. First one, taking a great care while taking the reading, recording and recording the reading and calculating the result. Second, without depending on only one reading, at least 3 or more reading must be taken, preferably by different persons. So by this way we can minimize the gross error. Next we are seeing about systematic error. Systematic error is nothing but a constant uniform deviation of the operation of an instrument is known as the systematic error. These systematic errors are mainly due to the shortcoming of the instrument and the characteristics of the material used in the instrument, such as defective or worn parts, aging effects or environmental effects. By this way this error can occur. There are three types of systematic errors. They are instrumental errors, environmental error and observational error. So these are all the three systematic errors. The main reason for the instrumental errors are: first one, inherent shortcoming in the instrument or misuse of the instrument, loading effect by the act of measurement. So these are all the possible reasons to get the instrumental errors. These errors can be mainly due to the following three reasons. One is that shortcoming of the instrument. These are because of the mechanical structure of the instrument. For example, friction in the bearing of various moving parts, irregular spring tensions, or reductions in due to improper handling, hysteresis, gear backlash, stretching of springs, variations in the air gap. So these are all the ways, the shortcoming of the instruments. How we can minimize these errors? These errors can be avoided by the following method. First one, selecting a proper instrument and planning the proper procedure for the measurement, recognizing the effect of such errors, and applying the proper correction factors, calibrating the instrument carefully against the standard. So by this way we can reduce this error. Second one, misuse of instrument. Under the category of systematic error, we are seeing about misuse of instrument. A good instrument used in an abnormal way gives the misleading result. They are poor initial adjustment, improper zero setting, using leads of high resistance, etc. So these are the examples of misusing of good instrument. Such things do not cause the permanent damage to the instrument, but definitely cause the serious error. Next one, loading effect. Loading effects due to the improper way of using the instrument cause the serious error. The best example for loading effect errors: connecting a well calibrated voltmeter across the 2 point of high resistance circuit. The same voltmeter connected in a low resistance circuit gives a accurate reading. So this is the example of loading effect. Ways to minimize this error. This errors due to loading effect can be avoided by using an instrument intelligently and correctly. Next one, environmental error. Under the concept of systematic error, the final one, environmental error. These errors due to the conditions external to the measuring instrument. The various factors resulting these environmental errors are temperature changes, pressure changes, thermal EF, aging of equipment, and frequency sensitivity of an instrument. Ways to minimize this error. The various methods which can be used to reduce these errors. First one, using the proper correction factors and using the information supplied by the manufacturer of the instrument. Second point, using the arrangement which will keep the surrounding conditions constant. Third one, reducing the effect of dust, humidity on the components and hermetically sealing the components in the instruments. And fourth one, the effect of external fields can be minimized by using the magnetic or electrostatic shield or screens. Next one, using the equipment which is immune to such an environmental effect. So these are all the possible ways we can minimize the environmental errors. Next we have observational errors. These are the errors introduced by the observer. These are many sources of observational error such as parallax error while reading a meter, wrong scale selection, etc. Ways to minimize this error. To eliminate such errors, one should use the instrument which mirrors knife-edged pointer, etc. The systematic errors can be subdivided into static and dynamic errors. The static errors are caused by the limitation of the measuring device, while the dynamic errors are caused by the instrument not responding fast enough to follow the changes in the variable to be measured. So these are the explanation of observational errors and ways to minimize the observational errors. Next we have a random error. From the name itself we can identify random errors. Some errors still result though the systematic and instrumental errors are reduced or at least accounted for. These causes of such errors are unknown and hence the errors are called the random error. Ways to minimize this error. The only way to reduce this error by increasing the number of observation and using the statistical methods we can minimize the error. So in this topic we have discussed the different types of error and the possible ways to minimize the errors. Thank you.